Hello students, today we will discuss the lenses, which is the part of reflection and refraction chapter of our class. Lenses. Lenses, we have two types of lenses, that is convex and concave. Suppose we have two spheres and out of two spheres we have taken this part of two spheres, or you can say the part of two spheres are joined in such a way that it forms the convex lens. So convex lens is like this. Two surfaces are involved in this type of lens, and this is called as convex lens. Then what is concave lens? Concave lens is having two surfaces, but in this case this lens is thin at middle and thick at outer spaces. Okay, outer, thin and while in case of convex it is thick in the middle and thin in the outer spaces. Okay, now we will discuss the ray diagrams combined by this, and before that we will discuss that what are the structure of any convex lens and the allied components or allied configurations. So convex lens, this type of convex lens, what we have drawn here is basically bifocal lens. Why it is bifocal? It is bifocal because it is having two surfaces. Since it is having two surfaces, suppose this one and two, so this each surface have center or focal length. As we have discussed that there were two surfaces and each surface has center. Similarly, the half of these distance have their focal length. This middle of these two surface is known as optical center. This C1 or center of curvature of surface 1 is also written as 2f1. This C2 is also written as 2f2. This OF1 is equal to OF2, or this OF2 is, when multiplied by 2, is equal to OC2, because this is the half distance of this OC2. So we will discuss the ray diagrams of convex lens. Ray diagrams of convex lens. The first case of this is when we place any object beyond this 2f, what will happen? In order to clear all these things, we first discuss the rules involved in the lenses. There is one rule that when object passes through the optical center, when the rays of light from the object passes through optical center, it goes undeviated. There will not be any type of diffraction when it passes through optical center. And another one is when any ray of light which is parallel to the principal axis always get converged to the focus. Always get converged to the focus. So we have this type of rule, and now we will place object at different position and we'll find out we'll be finding out the position of image at different positions. So here position of object is placed beyond 2f1. A ray of light parallel to the principal axis strikes on the surface of convex lens. After striking, it get refracted and get converged to the principal focus at f2. Another ray of light passing through the optical center goes undeviated and intersect first ray of light between f2 and 2f2, and hence it forms image between the f2 and 2f2. So image obtained is between f2 and 2f2. Position is f2 and 2f2. As you can see, the size of this image is diminished as compared to the object. So size is diminished. We have object standing on the principal axis just above to the principal axis, but here we can see that the image formed is below the principal axis, and the head of the image is lying or hanging on this principal axis. So we can say that the image form is real, that the rays are actually meeting at a point, but since it is hanging, we can say that it is inverted image. It is inverted image. So object when it is placed beyond 2f1, the image is formed between f2 and 2f2, which is really inverted and diminished in nature. Let's take another case when object is positioned or placed at 2f1. When object is placed at 2f1. Again, when the strikes on this convex or converging lens, the ray focus to the principal focus f2, and when passes through optical center, it get intercept at point 2f2. It means when object is placed at 2f1, the image is also formed at 2f2, and you can clearly see the size of the image is equal to the size of the object. Means when object is placed at 2f1, the image will be formed at 2f2, and the nature of the image is, since the rays are actually meeting, so the nature of the image is real and inverted. So now let's move towards the third case. Third case, when object is placed between F1 and 2F1. We have discussed two cases when object was placed beyond 2F1 and at 2F1. Now the third case is object is placed between F1 and F2. Now the rays is coming from this parallel to the principal axis, converges to a point F2. After getting converged, it passes through principal focus 2, that is F2. Another ray passes through it. Optical center undeviatedly passes through optical center and reaches and intersect this beyond 2F2 and intersect first ray beyond 2F2. So the image formed at the position which is beyond 2F2. So the position of object is here between F1 and 2F1. The formation of image is beyond 2F2. The nature of the image is real and inverted because rays are actually meeting and hanging on the principal axis. The size of the image you can compare is magnified as compared to the object here. So the height of the image is greater than the height of object, so image formed is magnified. Okay, so you can compare and relate all these three cases that when object was placed beyond 2F1, the image was forming between F2 and 2F2 and the size of the image was diminished. Then object moved towards the lens and placed at 2F1. Then the position of the image would be at 2F2 and the size of the image of the same as that of the object. Now in the case third, when it is placed F1 and 2F1, the size of the image is magnified. So slowly when object is approaching towards the lens, you are seeing the size of the image is getting magnified. So you have to notice this. Now there is third case when we have discussed the third case. This is case number 4. Case number 4, when object is placed at F1. When object is placed at F1, this is the position when object is placed. Now ray 1 strikes on the convex lens. Since it is converging lens, it passes to the F2, and when it goes to optical center, it goes undeviated, and you can see the rays coming after refraction are parallel to each other, and you can see the parallel rays always meet at infinity. So by this we can say the image form will be at infinity. Since rays are meeting at infinity, you can see here whenever rays will meet in this direction, suppose here, so the length from this principal axis to the downward direction will be greater will be greater. So we can say that the height of the image or size of the image is highly magnified. Highly magnified. Since the rays will actually meet in the proceeding direction, so the nature of the image will be real and inverted. Real and inverted. So we will slowly move towards the case number 5, in which object is placed between optical center and F1, where object is placed between optical center and F1. What will happen in this case? Is there any different type of image will be formed? Yes. When rays passes through or strikes on this convex lens, it passes through principal focus. It passes through the principal focus F2. But this time when it refracted, it is not parallel after getting refracted, means they are diverging. After getting refracted, the rays are diverging. Since the rays are diverging, they will never actually meet. Since the rays are diverging, they will never actually meet in the proceeding direction. What does it mean? That the image will not be formed when object is placed between optical center and F1? No, it doesn't mean. It only means that the real or the actual meeting of these rays are not happening. It means they can be proceeded. They can be proceeded to the backward direction. Although we cannot see in this, but our eyes can perceive this image in the backward direction, or we can say the image will be formed in the same direction as that of the object, and this time the image will be formed is not inverted, it is upright. It is upright, means image formed will be virtual and upright, or you can say it is erect also. And the size of the image, as you can see, is highly magnified when object is placed between optical center and F1. Now case number 6, which is very important and very conceptual. In this case, object is placed at infinity. In this case, object is placed at infinity. What will happen when object will be placed at infinity? Suppose there is object which is placed at infinity having large size, the rays coming from it parallel to the principal axis strikes the convex lens, and after getting refracted, it focuses, since it is converging lens, it focuses on the principal focus and a point size image is formed. After getting refracted, they actually meet at F2 and form a diminished or point size image. So image formed is point size, rays are actually meeting, so the image is real and point size image is formed. But this is happening when rays are parallel to the principal axis. But what will be the case, or where the image will form when rays are parallel to each other but not to the principal axis? What will happen then? When rays are parallel to each other, means they are coming from the infinity. Suppose we have object at infinity, the rays are coming from the infinity, this strikes the converging lens. What will happen then? Whether they form image on the principal focus or not? No, they will not form the image at principal focus, but they will form the image just above or below the principal focus. Below the principal focus means when rays are coming from the infinity parallel to themselves but not to the principal axis, they will form image at f2 but not at principal focus. Means they will form the image just below the principal focus, and the size of the image will not be that much diminished as we have seen in the earlier case of this parallel rays. So here image will be diminished, real and inverted image will be formed. Suppose the rays are coming from this direction, then after getting converged they will meet here, means the image will be formed, just above the f2, It means whenever the rays are parallel, it hardly matters that the rays are parallel to the principal axis or not, the image will be formed at focal plane. If rays are parallel and strike this converging lens, definitely the image will be formed at a plane which lies on the, or which having the principal focus. The plane of this principal focus f2 will be having all certain kind of images which are parallel and striking the convex lens. So by this we have discussed all the 6 cases of convex lenses, and in this we have observed a certain kind of pattern where when object moves closer to the converging lens, the size of the image is always increased, and all the 5 cases are real and inverted, are forming real and inverted image, but only single case we are having when object is placed between optical center and principal focus, when virtual and upright image is formed. So we need to analyze and we need to have remember the kind of pattern what we have discussed. Thank you so much, and we will discuss the cases of the concave lenses later in the class. Thank you.